This is Finn's News Network, where you get facts, not nonsense. So we have breaking news. I mean, it's still classified as breaking news on the TV network, so it can be classified as breaking news here. This was announced about 7 hours ago. I was listening to the radio in school. So Stephen Breyer, Associate Justice of the Supreme Court, will retire after the current term finishes. Now, he is one of 8 Associate Justices of the Supreme Court. Now, Breyer is one of the liberal votes on the court, and he has decided to retire with the Democratic majority in the Senate, and with many people encouraging him to. He will retire after the current term finishes, or at least until they can find a replacement for him. And that's going to look, the Supreme Court term usually ends in about late June. But what does this really mean? So Biden said that in his campaign many times that he would elect a black woman to encourage diversity and to have the court eventually look like the country. So is this the chance to get the boost he needs? His 2022, I think, just got a whole lot better, because if it could almost kind of click all together like a chain. Because this is basically what Biden can do. If his Supreme Court justice pick is popular, people will regard him for it. Also, now this is a theory by me, and it's not necessarily true, but this is more analysis than fact reporting. So first of all, I do want to note that his approval rating has spiked in the last month or so, from about 50 disapproval rating. Approval rating stayed pretty steady, although it has dropped. And you can kind of see that Afghanistan point where it started to drop. But anyway, trying to think of a non-biased way to describe it. I think that it could all click together like a chain almost for Biden, because he could get a boost. Obviously, people like his choice. And it could call more attention, and quite possibly it could drive out Democratic turnout, also driving up Republican turnout. Really, the question for the midterms is not who is going to vote which way, and there are a lot of swing votes, but also the turnout from either party would. If you're a congressional ballot is one thing, but if you're seeing a higher rate of turnout among Democrats and Republicans, I do just want to note that. So, political analysis is something new on this channel that I'm going to start doing more continuously, because I think it's a good thing to do. So, 3 potential candidates. So, there are, of course, chances that Manchin and Sinema are going to go and shut down his nominee, and it's 50-50. Technically, they need 51 votes to be confirmed, but Kamala Harris is the tie-breaking vote, so they do only need 50 at this point. So Ketanji Brown Jackson and Leandra Kruger and Michelle Childs look to be some of Biden's top nominees. So Leandra Kruger, I think Biden wants a young justice that can serve for a while. He's not going to nominate someone old, because imagine they're going to have to step down that person soon, or if he's not going to nominate a 75-year-old, because imagine Republicans take back the presidency in 2024, and eventually that person dies in 2026 with a Republican president. So I think that his top 3 choices here are Leandra Kruger, who is a moderate, but the youngest of the 3. Now, she has had a very mixed record. All 3 were nominated by Obama to their positions. And all 3 are black women under the age of 55, with Childs being 55. So Ketanji Brown Jackson and Michelle Childs are more of the liberal nominees. Ketanji John Braxton, I would say, is the front. Brown Jackson, I'm sorry. I would say is the front runner at this point, because she's 51 and she's pretty liberal, and she was confirmed 53-44 to the D.C. Court of Appeals, I believe, with Murkowski, Susan Collins, and Lindsey Graham. So she's already had a vote, in which case the Senate has had to confirm her. And Childs was Biden's latest vote. Here's the thing about Childs, though. She is from South Carolina. And Jim Clyburn, one of the key reasons why Biden won the Democratic primary, he helped drive up turnout everywhere in South Carolina. This is his pick. And so this is the key factor why I put Childs on here. So, yeah, I mean, time will tell, but they're going to try and nominate a justice quick and just get it in before the next term starts next October. So, we'll see. Now, politics. So, Senate 2022, the best case scenario for each party. So, I have the Republicans 54, Democrats 46, and the Republicans' best case scenario. And I put little circles around each state, which would be a flip. So, you can see, I'm sorry for some of this shading out, but so for Democrats, I have them at 55. Republicans, I have them at 54. This could, of course, vary because there are a few states that I believe that could be brought into play. Colorado, I think, has maybe a chance to go Republican. If Larry Hogan runs, maybe the Maryland seat could go Republican. Maybe Iowa would swing back. Evan McMullen, the person who famously garnered over 20% of the vote as an independent in 2016, he could win Utah. And perhaps that might be something Democrats are hopeful for. So Democrats really need 2 extra wins to get to 52 to get some of these bills passed, or at least 51. And I think that this is possible. John Fetterman, whoever's challenging Rod Johnson, who I believe is retiring. Anyway, Rick Scott's race is one of the ones. They've also got to hold on to Herschel Walker's seat, Mark Kelly's seat, Catherine Cortez Masto's seat. So Nevada, Catherine Cortez Masto, Arizona, Mark Kelly, New Hampshire, Maggie Hassan, but this is going to be a tough one to flip now that both Ayati and Sununu have dropped out. And then Herschel Walker, or declined actually. Herschel Walker facing Raphael Warnock's seat. So I think that this could put Republicans at 54. And then for Democrats, I think that they could win Ron Johnson's retiring seat, win Pat Toomey's retiring seat, so flip both of them. They could flip Richard Burr's seat. They could flip Rick Scott's seat. And I am forgetting a singular state. Which state am I forgetting? I'm really blanking here. Oh yes, and they could flip Rob Portman's seat. Sorry that there's no circle on that, but they could flip Rob Portman's seat. In Ohio, the Rob Portman seat is really a long shot, but I just put that in there because it is possible. So best case for Republicans, 54. Best case for Democrats, 55. So yeah. This has been another presentation from Fids News Network, where I give facts, not nonsense. Thank you for watching.